Being the oldest child, that means I was an only child for a little bit before my two brothers were born, which means I'm also the only child to be my parents' favorite child. See, my brothers didn't get to live in Europe with them or travel around Europe either. They didn't get to live in our house in Michigan, and they weren't there for our first Christmases as a family. And I think that's pretty cool that I have stories about that with me in it, and they don't. Which is why I think I'm very close to my parents. I just have some really cool stories about that, and I'd like to share them. So, one of my favorite stories is that when I was in France with my mom and my dad, when we went to the place with the Mona Lisa, there were a bunch of Asian chicks there, and they were taking pictures of like all the paintings and stuff. And they don't have a lot of blondes in Asia, so instead of taking pictures of the Mona Lisa and stuff, they were all taking pictures with me because I had super blonde hair, and they thought I was just the cutest little baby ever. And my parents always tell me about that because they think that's pretty cool, and I do too. Another cool one is that they always say that I was their favorite puzzle guy because I guess I used to flip puzzles upside down so you could only see the backs of it, which was mostly just white, and I would do it like that, upside down. So they always have high expectations of me to be smart too. So most times I let them down, but sometimes I do them proud. But I don't know. But I'm also glad that my brothers were born because I have some pretty cool stories about them too. Like this one time when I lived in Virginia, we were messing around in the basement before church, and I went to catch a tennis ball, and I hit my tooth right on the counter of something, I don't know, but it chipped right down the middle of my front tooth, and so I can see that now. So every time I see that, I kind of think of that, which I think is pretty cool because that just shows the relationship I had with each of my brothers. But I think I'm definitely closest with my dad. Me and my dad just do everything together for the most part. We'll go out to breakfast at 6 a.m. sometimes. And since he works from home and my mom subs at the school sometimes, we'll usually get lunch, which probably isn't the best for our health, but it's pretty good, so I like it. Whenever he goes to travel, he always brings me back cool stuff. Like he just went to Milwaukee and he brought me back chocolate for helping my mom after surgery or something. And it was really good chocolate. So that's cool. But that doesn't mean I'm not close with my mom either. My mom is the person that I can go to when I really need to talk about something because she's a girl and girls are emotional and they're good with emotional stuff. Not that I get emotional, but sometimes I need to talk about cool stuff with her. And she's always willing to talk with me. Same with my dad, but I prefer to go with my mom. Me and my family are very close, and I'm really glad that I have them in my life.